bipartisan cooperation and a string of
Are you good, Mitch?
Okay, Mitch. Anything else you want to say, or should we just go back to your office? Do you want to say anything else to the press? Go back.
Go ahead, John.
I'll take it. Let's go back to you.
Go ahead, John.
Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell is just the latest aging politician to apparently be seen suffering a serious health condition on camera. And it has people on both sides of the aisle talking and speculating. Was it a stroke, a seizure, maybe just a simple side effect from medication, or just some dehydration? And we found out because CNN's Manu Raju immediately asked Mitch McConnell what was going on as soon as he had returned there to the podium.
Could you address what happened here at the start of the press conference? And was it related to your injury from earlier this year where you suffered a concussion? Is that...
No, I'm fine.
You're fine, you're fully able to do your job?
Yeah.
Raju brought up a concussion from a fall that Mitch took earlier this year. But the next question is, which one? He face-planted when getting off a plane at Washington Reagan Airport just 12 days ago. McConnell has fallen 2 other times this year, according to multiple reports, one of which resulted in a concussion and has led to speculation of whether or not he's been neurologically impacted by those spills. The first one happened in February while McConnell was in Helsinki with the U.S. delegation. As he was getting out of his car on a snowy day, he was walking to meet the Finnish president. Days later in March, he fell again at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel in Washington, D.C., leading to a concussion after hitting his head during that tumble. He also broke some ribs at the hotel and was out of Congress for nearly 6 weeks in recovery. So despite the questions and the embarrassment, Mitch McConnell returned like a football player that just got a pain-relieving shot at halftime, a little bit more prepared to speak this time.
Well, the president called to check on me. I told him I got sandbagged.
Oh, nice. How are you feeling now, sir? How are you feeling now?
I'm fine.
Have you seen a doctor? Are you going to see a doctor?
Any idea what happened?
Huh?
Any idea what happened?
I'm fine. That's the important
Dehydrated?
part.
Sure. Why not use another aging politician's joke about accidental falls to blow off your own? The only other people to ask about this are McConnell's fellow Republicans, who were visibly shaken by their leader's freeze, and the caution in their answers here was obvious, because big political power like Mitch McConnell's will make semi-powerful men like this retreat like mice.
Once you become a leader, your responsibilities obviously are with other constituents, namely, at least in his case, 48 of his closest friends. So that probably does call for a little more, I should say more, call for more transparency than it would for somebody else.
So should he tell his 48 colleagues what happened?
Well, he should tell us if something else, something bigger is going on. And whatever he tells me, I'll trust to be true.
Do you think that Senator McConnell should run for leader in the new Congress?
Well, I mean, the new Congress is 18 months away. I'm trying to figure out how we get the defense authorization bill off the floor today.
Many responses to this latest event ranged from thoughts and prayers to comparing how heartless political opponents react to health concerns like this to a brand new round of discussions about age limits. So let's talk about age limits. Because when people talk about just limiting the age, it seems a little too general and broad, because there's some 80-year-olds that can perfectly be capable of doing the job, while others that are maybe 67 may not be able to handle it, depending on the health concerns. Taking all these factors into account just might be a more responsible way to address these ongoing problems. A problem that Democratic Senator Dianne Feinstein was front and center of yet again on Thursday.
Senator Feinstein.
Say aye.
Pardon me?
Aye. Yeah.
Just say
I would like to support a yes vote on this. It provides $823 billion. That's an increase of $26 billion for the Department of Defense. And it funds priorities submitted.
Yeah, just say aye.
Okay, just
Great,
aye.
Thank you.
It must be an addiction to their stranglehold on power that many of these politicians suffer from. You know, we talk a lot about the severe effects of fentanyl addiction, but little about the endless obsession many politicians have with clutching on the seats that they can barely hold. There must be some kind of distrust in the young, sprightly 65-year-olds that are waiting in the wings, or more seriously, the 25 and 30-year-olds that have new approaches to politics that these elder statesmen just don't have. So do they worry that their millions and millions of dollars will suddenly be in danger if a new crop of leaders assumes positions of power? Maybe they think the archaic ways that they've conditioned the country to accept their worldview hasn't stuck enough with younger thinkers. And before witnessing their empire shift, they'd rather serve until their final breath. But really, with that mindset, who are they really serving? Is it the country or themselves?